Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Ken Graham, the director of the National Hurricane Center, and we are live Lakeland, Florida. And if you've been following along, this is the final stop of the Hurricane Awareness Tour, and what a great opportunity we have. And here we go. We are in, as you could probably tell, an airplane, and there's so many aspects of NOAA. You know, you think of the forecast, you think of the warnings, but we also have an amazing team of weather heroes that we have that fly into the hurricanes. Can you tell us your name and what do you do for NOAA?
Yeah, absolutely, Ken. Well, thanks for coming out and checking out our plane here. My name is Commander Brad Fritzler. I'm one of the pilots for NOAA, and we fly 3 different planes that are around and into hurricanes. This happens to be one of them. This is called a G-IV, or a Gulfstream 4, nicknamed Gonzo. And we use this plane to fly around, in front of, and sometimes over a hurricane. And we take data that we take from the plane and also from what are called drop zones that are dropped out of the plane, take that data, collect it, and then send it off to the National Hurricane Center for them to make the forecast for the storms.
So you mentioned the data. Commander, what kind of data do you collect?
Yeah, we collect all sorts of data, mostly temperature, humidity, pressure, and wind speeds from these drop zones. We also collect radar data. What we do is we have what's called a tail Doppler radar, and what that does is it takes a cross section of the storm, and it gives a 3D image of the storm that the Hurricane Center can use to better understand the intensity of it.
Now, yeah, the biggest question we get from the kids is like, wow, this is incredible. What is it like to fly in a hurricane? Do you have a story you'd like to tell of some time that's just memorable when you flew through a hurricane that sticks into your mind?
Yeah, well, one time we were flying around Hurricane Maria, and it was just before it hit Puerto Rico. And we were talking to the Puerto Rican air traffic controller and asking what they're doing to prepare. And they're saying they were hunkering down and getting ready, but they were working through the storm just like we were. And we really took that to heart. And it made our job feel that much more important, that we were working to really protect the people on the ground as best we can and give them the best information.
Well, I mean, you look around the cockpit here, and I can tell you as a non-pilot, I see a whole lot of buttons. I don't know what to do. I mean, is it a brief tour of the airplane? I mean, what do we got here? It looks like it's pretty tough to me.
Well, actually, it's pretty nice. We have a pretty sophisticated aircraft here. We don't have the screens on right now, but on these various screens here, we would have all the information we would need to navigate the plane. And we use that information to travel through or around the hurricane as best we can to avoid the bumpier spots. We want to stay away from the worst parts of the storm, but yet collect the data that's needed for the Hurricane Center.
Well, I can tell you, I just want to tell you, you all are you're the men and women of NOAA going through these storms. You're real weather heroes to me, so thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So just another part of NOAA that not everybody gets to see, and don't go away too far, because we're going to talk to some other people about the other parts of NOAA. You think about, we've met the folks that fly through them, and then you got the forecasts and the warnings. There's others that keep our navigation channels clear, and most people don't know that NOAA does that as well. So we're going to talk to them next. It's been Ken Graham right here in Lakeland, Florida with the Hurricane Awareness Tour 2018.